to be as much difference as people think. But it's going to be fun. For us, it's just to see how far off the pace are we, or are we right on the money.
One team that has been right on the money has been Nissan, who'll be looking for their 5th win in a row in the production vehicle category this season on the Amathole 500. The Eastern Cape outing is indeed 2 races in 1, with the 500 round 5 of the ABSA Off-Road Championship run in conjunction with the African Heritage Cross Country, which is round 2 of the FIA Cross Country World Cup. So far this season, the factory Nissan team has scored a clean sweep with 2 wins apiece to reigning champions Hannes Grobler and Francois Jordan and Duncan Vos, who will be reunited with co-driver Ralph Pitchford, who missed the Toyota 1000 Desert Race. In Pitchford's absence, veteran Richard Leek partnered Vos to a Botswana win that took Vos to the top of the Drivers' Championship. Grobler and Jordan and Vos with Pitchford will certainly be amongst the pre-race favourites. But apart from the 2 factory cars, Nissan have strong challengers in Norwegian Tollefsen and his co-driver, the Brit Quinn Evans, in another factory Navara, and of course Corbett and Balzar in the Century Property Development Nissan Navara. Tollefsen and Evans and Corbett, coupled with Balzar, have also entered the African Heritage races. Both crews could concentrate more on good finishes in the World Cup than in the local event, but Nissan are well equipped for a 5th consecutive win and continued domination of the super production class. However, both the Castrol Toyota Hilux squad and the Ford Racing Ranger factory and privateer team are itching to put an end to the Nissan run. There's plenty of quality in both stables, and Toyota pair Mark Rooney and Chris Birkin will feel hard done by after coming so close to a win on the recent Toyota 1000 Desert Race in Botswana. Bevan Berthold and Robin Houghton in a 2nd factory entry will be hoping to turn around a season to forget thus far, while Works newcomers Chris Visser and his co-Jaapie Baardnost will go all out to consolidate on an impressive performance in the Botswana dust. Hichu and Jaap de Bruin in the Mekker and Excel Toyota Hilux led the Toyota 1000 for long periods and will take plenty of encouragement from that performance. On the Ford front, factory pair former champions Neil Woolridge and Kenny Scholthammer will be looking for a return to form. Their teammates Brandon Harkis and Jean Moore appear to be settling down very nicely. And the vastly experienced Manfred Schroeder and Ward Huxtable combination will be a threat in the Barlow World Entry 2. Kobus van Tonda and Rian Guapa also had a good first outing in the X-Works Unifreight Ford Ranger in Botswana. With a good mix of factory and privateer entries, the SP class is now chock-a-block full of quality, and the Nissan Brigade will come under plenty of pressure. There will also be plenty of pressure in Class D, where some intense championship battles have developed. Consistency has taken Harold and Tian Kun in a Land Rover to the top of the championship, where they are being chased down by Yuri and Andre Duplessis in a BB Auto Nissan hardbody, as well as impressive newcomers Ramon Besaidnout and Stefan Locke in a Toyota Hilux. Also involved in the championship fight are Arnold Duplessis and Johan Knox in yet another BB Auto Nissan. And Kutsia Labaskachny with Johan Gerber in the Raysonics Nissan hardbody. The winners in the Eastern Cape, however, could very well come from either Botswana winners Henry and Maurice Matten in the Rhobi Nissan hardbody, or the Weichholz in the Bosel Toyota Hilux, who are due a win. The Zermattens, the Weichholz and the Besaidnout Lock duo have also entered the African Heritage Invitation event. All this really means is that their dogfight is bound to last more than 2 days. Pressure will also be very much in evidence in Class E, where only a handful of points separate just 5 crews. Jack Beckham and Lucio Santoro in the Ford Racing Ranger lead the class by a single point from Botswana winners George and Sharon Barkhuizen in their Roacon Toyota Hilux. On their tails are Castrol Toyota Hilux crew Brian Martin and Oki Fourie, with Yanni Visser and Joks Leroux in the Team Barberspon Toyota Hilux. Any of the top crews could sneak the win, with Thomas Rundle and Brian Roberts in the Baden Tyre Services Nissan hardbody also in with a chance of an upset. The fight for overall and class honours will produce some fascinating racing, and the scenery in the Amathole Mountains should be dramatic. Add all of this together with a fast route and a big battle for points, and it spells potential for drama. And adding to all that high drama is the fact that the championship race in the special category is very delicately poised. Championship leaders Nick and Ryan Harper in the Atlas Copco bat are just 10 points clear of Evan Hutchison and Kim Bergman in the black and silver motorized bat, who in turn are just 3 points ahead of Shamir Varayawa and Siegfried Rousseau in the Total Motorsport Porter. Also in the championship mix are reigning champions Alfie Cox and Henny Terstegen in the second motorized bat, who, like Hutchison and Bergman and the Harpers, already feature amongst the race winners this season. The other winning crew, father and son Karl Heinz and Quinton Silwald, with their Silwald Transport Zarko, have certainly lifted their game to another level. Varayawa and Rousseau have also been threatening a win all season and will fancy their chances this time round. But to be truthful, there's a long list of potential winners. Gary Berthold and Jeff Minute, standing in for Henry Costain in the second Atlas Copco Porter, have the pace, but reliability has been a problem. While Colin Matthews and Alan Smith in the Century Property Development bat produced an impressive display on the Toyota Desert Race. Reliability is a forte for former champion Terence Marsh, now partnered by Peter Groenewald in a Regent Racing bat. While Nardis Alberts and Colin Hunter are always there or thereabouts in a Red Rapsa bat. Naheem Mosaji and his man Rayan Bodyana and the Total Motorsport Jimco have come up with some impressive performances of late. While Clint Gibson, partnered by Gary Campbell in the Absolute Bat, has also shown good form this season, and they could be the dark horse of the race. Picking a winner in Class A is a risky business. By contrast, looking for potential winners in Class B is simple. The Cries in that flying Regent Racing bat have a perfect record this season, but are now in an area where the law of averages could just be a problem. Their major opposition will come from the consistent Gil Nel and Sandro Labuschagne and the Luke Zarko Truggy. The Adenko bats of Bez Besaidnout and Johan de Bruin and Johan and Etienne Besaidnout. Then one shouldn't leave out of the reckoning the KwaZulu-Natal crew of Mark Taylor and Derek Keith in the JRE. Swaziland, John Thompson and Clinton McNamara and their Zarko could come into the reckoning, as well as Loader Brain with Rudy Brits and the Roacon bat.
Hey, yes, good.
An interesting three-way tussle could develop in Class S. Former drivers champion Richard Schilling and Chris Davies have been dominant and will start as favourites in the Plastotech Aceco, but could come under pressure from arch rivals Nick Gosler and Richard Carolyn in the Kopanang Hotel Super Team Raceco. It will be a challenging course. To tell us more, here is the clerk of the course, Piet Swanepoel.
Basically, the event starts with all the pre-event administration in East London itself. Logistics, it works the best. The actual event starts in Bishu and then traverses a large part of the Eastern Cape. And the terrain is very, very varied. Very fast stuff, bushy stuff, some very nice indigenous forests. And indeed, we're very privileged to have gone through those, to be able to go through those forests because of the sensitivity of the forest. But it's the non-rainy season, so we can get through there safely. Some magnificent scenery, as I said, over Cuthbert Pass, which I think the competitors are going to enjoy, but is something that they have to be very, very careful of. And again, down into those valleys, really a nice route.
The African Heritage Cross Country Amathole 500 starts on Friday the 27th of July with a prologue and finishes at the race headquarters at the Fish River Sun on Saturday the 28th. Until we show it to you all, you keep it on the road, we'll keep it off-road.